turning point in my life was when my friend showed me a pen. And she said, Preet, this is my favorite pen, but it's broken now. And I can't fix it for the sake of me. So I stretch out my hand and I say, okay, hand it over, let me take a look. And I start fiddling with it. I don't know how to fix pens. And turns out I was following the same technique that she was. So she interrupts me and says, I've tried that. It won't work. Now, as soon as she said that, something sparked in my mind. My mind made a decision and challenged itself to somehow magically unbreak this thing. I was not going to give up until it was all in one piece. Now, mind you, this is all happening within 5 minutes in the middle of my English class. And so I'm quickly pressing things, pulling it apart, putting it back together. I pull out another pen to see how pens work, and I finally fix this thing. And I give it to her. Her reaction was quite a sight. Wow, Preet, how did you even? Right in front of me. And I casually lay back, as if it's my everyday hobby to fix pens, and I say, yeah, pretty easy, no big deal. Now, let me take you in on a secret. It is not my hobby to fix pens. But when I was fixing this thing, I told you, there was a spark in my mind. I was so focused on this one pen that I didn't even notice my English teacher standing right in front of my face trying to figure out what on earth I was doing other than her English work. I was so focused that my mind had canceled out all distractions for this one goal, this one pen. And ladies and gentlemen, that's when I noticed that this is exactly what dedication is. It's what determination is, an urge. Now, this item that I fixed, it wasn't even mine. And if I'm doing the math right, it was only about 0.3% of my entire day. Now you might be wondering, Preet, that was a complete waste of time. Why are you going on about this right now? Well, let me tell you, this single item taught me so much about how the human mind works. You don't believe me, do you? But what I think is that these everyday problems are actually opportunities in disguise. They take the shape of broken pens, loose keyboard keys, blown out light bulbs. And they take up so much of our focus at times that we don't even notice. Let's take an example. Credits to my brother for being such an amazing model. When you lose your keys, an example, what do? What's your default response? You look for it yourselves first for a while. When you do lose your keys, what do? You look for it yourselves first for a while, and then you panic. Where are my keys? And then you finally ask someone for help. It's a cycle. And let me tell you this, it's everywhere. Let's take another example. A ketchup packet. That slit it is supposed to have sometimes decides to go on a vacation. And I know it kills us from the inside, but again, what do? We try to open it ourselves first. And then again, we struggle, we panic, and then we're back at asking someone else for help. Sometimes that someone are just scissors. Again, it's a cycle. But these things, I believe, are the absolute best things to learn what determination is, especially if the idea of it scares you. I know it scares me. I can't imagine sitting down and trying to do a task again and again and again. Oh, it's so tiring. But what if these tasks only last for about 5 minutes? Huh, not so tiring anymore. Am I right? And you're still instilled with that determination. Piece by piece, it does build up over time, of course. But at that moment, there were two other things that I felt. There was satisfaction. Whoa, I just fixed the pen. I felt so good. Something my friend couldn't even do. And I felt confidence. I felt like I could conquer this entire world. I could do anything if I tried. And if that's the case, you can do anything if only you tried. But I think it's human nature. We humans have this whole trying thing on lock. So, what's the matter now? Well, it's a matter of collecting up all of this confidence and pouring it out into the real world. And that's the great thing about confidence. It's not only applicable to things that you're just good at. You can use it anywhere. Use it at your school. Use it at your workplace. Say, this task, sure, it requires a bit of effort. But I got this. I can do it. Use it outside. Say, I believe I look great today. And that's the only thing that matters. Of course, this confidence, it keeps building up. But we have to make sure it doesn't overflow. But that's a talk for some other time. And it's just not these things, it's the people as well. The people that helped me realize this were my parents, my role models. At home, they've successfully created such an environment that whenever we have a problem, me and my brother, for example, he loses his book, or I break a very expensive vase that my mom bought last week. Don't worry, Mom, completely fake examples. We try to fix them ourselves first. Of course, we know my parents are there. They'll help and support me. Maybe scream a little. But it's okay. But they've also taught me this one thing. That whenever I have a problem, if I don't fix it myself, I won't learn myself. I won't earn these skills that you can't possibly represent on paper. Did you know? Until last year, my family didn't have a printer. For 16 years of my life, I have hand-drawn diagrams and written out essays whenever I needed to. It's frustrating, I know. But you can see I'm very happy with my printer there. Now that I finally have one, I realize how the absence of it has given me a skill that I'm forever grateful for. A skill that's priceless. I can draw. Think back right now. I can bet all of you have similar things and moments in life that have shaped you from the inside. But it's tough. It's tough to notice how they do this until the very end. So, what to do? I want you, whenever you come across these things, to not complain. Don't just overlook them. Pause for a second and think, what can I take away from this today? I promise you, the answer will never be nothing. Before coming out here today in front of you, I was really nervous. But it was my mom that helped me realize I speak 24/7. I am literally never quiet. I can see some of my teachers eyeing me right now thinking, yes, that's very accurate. So once again in life, I had to collect up all of this confidence and pour it onto stage in front of you. This is me. And this pen that I've been blabbing on and on about, you might have noticed, I have it right here with me. It's so tiny that I bet the back of the room can't even see it right now. And you might not be able to tell at first sight. It has so much stored inside of it. I'm not just talking about the ink, people. This pen is my inspiration. My inspiration is my determination. Now I want you to step out there and find yours. Thank you so much for listening to me. You've been a great audience. Thank you.